I think it's great when somebody believes in Santa Claus. Maybe you believe in Santa Claus. But I think we can all agree you'd be foolish to base any kind of real-life practical decisions based upon a belief in Santa Claus. Or the Federal Reserve, for that matter. The Federal Reserve is using this idea that we have a great employment picture as a backdrop or as support for their ability to be hawkish. And hawkishness is bad for the price of silver and gold. But I question what they're telling us about the employment market. And in this video, we're going to dive in to just a few of the factors which I think indicate to us that employment's maybe not so great, and that will eventually lead to the Fed needing to become less hawkish, more dovish, which will be good for the price of the precious metals. Let's dig in right now. We're going to look at 3 factors affecting the employment market that show the picture's not so rosy, including the now famous Pizza Hut indicator. I will explain that to you at the end of the video, but first, we have to establish the fact that the Federal Reserve has been wrong about many things in the recent past. I won't go through the whole list with you, the most recent of which was inflation is transitory, but there are multiple other examples. So either they're dumb or they lie. And I'll put it to you this way, I don't think they're dumb. So let's look at the first factor that I think indicates the employment picture's not so great. Labor participation rate. The labor participation rate, meaning the percentage of people in the United States who are participating in the labor force, and they use that number to determine things like unemployment rate, etc., has been going down. So while they say unemployment's only X%, the reality is they're not counting a lot of people who have just dropped out of the labor force. If they counted those people, the unemployment numbers would be much higher. This is akin to how they measure inflation. They massage these numbers, manipulate these numbers to make them look much better than they are. Ooh, it's getting cold in here. The second point is hiring freezes and or layoffs. Have you heard big companies, Microsoft, Tesla, announcing slowdowns in hiring or outright hiring freezes? And many of the other big tech companies are announcing layoffs. These are the tech companies, the high growth sector of our economy. They're laying off high paid professional level people. Layoffs are coming, and in the coming 2 quarters especially, I predict we're going to see even much more significant levels of layoffs and unemployment coming from big companies. And finally, let's talk about the Pizza Hut indicator. Sure, there's a ton of job openings out there, but my sense is that most of these job openings are for lower level minimum wage type jobs. There's a big shortage of lifeguards. You want a job? Go learn how to be a lifeguard. I think you take like a 2-day class, right? But on the higher level positions, there aren't as many openings. There's all these openings for fast food workers, for lifeguards, for, menial manual labor. And I'm not putting down any of those jobs. Anyone who's working is contributing to society and providing service for their fellow humans. But most of the jobs that are open are lower level, and those people are being squeezed so hard by high fuel prices, high food prices, that a lot of them are getting to the point where they're just like, screw it, I'm not going to work. It's not worth it. It's not worth driving to work and going to work to make money just to be able to buy gas so that I can drive to work. So sure, there's a lot of openings at fast food places and the $1.25 store, because those are the only places where people can afford to go eat or do their shopping. I developed a complex model for measuring exactly when the unemployment numbers change. It's called the Pizza Hut indicator. The last 3 or 4 times I've ordered takeout from my local Pizza Hut, I've showed up. There's only 2 people trying to run the entire store. It's a complete nightmare. I'm very grateful for them being there and working and getting the pizza out, the people that are there, but it's very frustrating. When I show up at Pizza Hut and the store is fully staffed, to me, when that happens, that's going to indicate that that bottom rung of the employment picture has been filled. When people have become so eager for jobs that even Pizza Hut is able to fully staff that store, that's going to tell me that there aren't a lot of other job openings out there, that people are willing now to go back and work at Pizza Hut, and unemployment is going up. So I'll keep you posted on that one. But I anticipate that in the next 2 to 3 months, the Pizza Hut indicator will be flashing red with a fully staffed store. So for now, the Fed can use the supposed strong employment numbers as cover. They're using that as cover to be able to become supposedly hawkish in their supposed fight against inflation. But we here on the streets, in the basements, we know a different story. And when the truth comes out, they're going to be forced back into easy money policy, and that will be good for our friends, gold and silver. I look at the Fed like the Wizard of Oz. You know, it's kind of like this mystical creature behind this veil. And when they're finally revealed, we're going to see the truth, and real money, gold and silver, will thrive. Hey, I appreciate you joining me here in Ron's Basement. You're always welcome. Don't forget to subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. Turn on the bell. Click the bell notification. That way you'll get alerted every time I put out a new video. And until next time, you, yes you, be well.